Please confirm when you are ready to depart.
Windblade! Duh, yeah.
Heading north from here, we will soon arrive at... Wait, there's an error message. Could not detect clear tracks.
What exactly does clear mean?
Brace for impact, friends! Preparing to enter impromptu flight mode. How strange. Not only was the station's status different from my records, But even the railroads and the terrain itself have changed substantially.
Yeah. Thanks to your quick reflexes.
My sincere apologies for putting you in danger. I'm afraid I'm as confused. Agreed. Fortunately, our crash landing has at least...
Your data had better...
I can assure you, it certainly is. Please, look... It seems our ill-fated train run... Rest assured that I will take...
Excuse me? Is there an inn nearby?
I'm sorry, but they've all closed.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. We're looking for a place to stay.
I can't even afford to warm my own house, let alone run a business.
Windblade! Excuse us. Is there anywhere we can stay around these parts?
Oh, I'm afraid not. You'll have to try your luck somewhere else.
All we can do is wait for the next shipment of Kresnik Crystal to get here.
Hi there. Do you know if there are any inns still taking guests in this town?
Doubt it. They're probably... I clocked you a while back.
Why's that?
In part. But the bigger oh, sorry. Even if they used all the surplus Kresnik, so the Vetja passed a...
Bitter cold. So, like, it's gonna be a cold winter, folks? You're all gonna have to find a way to get through it? That kind of idea?
Pretty much. When you're broke, you scrimp and save. when it's cold.
There's clearly something wrong with this quota. I have a family in Marepasak who tell me they can buy at least double our crystal allotment.
Oh, believe you me, I had the same reaction when I first saw the numbers. Couldn't believe what I was reading. I even wrote a letter to confirm the true figures, but I'm afraid the quota really is as low as you've been advised. Still, you must understand that calculating these energy quotas is a complicated balancing act. They have to factor in population, town size, industrial application. Our top priority must be to keep the largest Kresnik's torch burning continuously. Only then can we sell the remaining crystal for household use, and in doing so, we must make sure that everyone is treated fairly. As our Fatui comrades said, they are only responsible for delivering the goods. They need to keep accurate records, and they do not have any authority to modify the rates or quotas.
That's right. Our duty is to do things by the book.
Tell you what, listen. I know how anxious and upset everyone is. As a matter of fact, I was just discussing it with the mayor. What we can do is open the lower combustion chamber of the Kresnik's torch to the public. You can come to me directly to register, and I will allocate time slots accordingly. I can't guarantee there'll be ample energy for household use. We can at least make sure you'll be able to boil water and cook food each day. Let's hang in there and make this work together, all right?
Fine. I don't see any alternative.
So, this is Project Snezhaya in action, huh? Oh, no wonder nothing's open for business. People are barely getting by.
You were looking for an inn, right? For your, Fae friend?
Oh, Paimon's not a fae. Just Paimon. She must have caught a cold or something. We only just got to snezhaya, and we're still getting used to the climate.
I have a small place in Stratomaros. I don't stay there very often, though, so it's pretty basic. But if you're not picky, you're welcome to rest there for now. It's not much, but I've got blankets and a warm fire.
Are you sure? Oh, that's really kind of you.
All right, then. This way.
This will be a productive partnership, I hope.
introduced herself so far, didn't she? This is Paimon's best friend, the Traveler.
Good to meet you. I'm Alosha. Most travelers find the snezhayan climate to be a shock to the system at first. But as long as you keep yourself warm, you should be fine. Still, you should keep an eye on your condition. When people are too quick to dismiss a cold, it can easily end up turning into something more serious.
Don't say that! Paimon's too young for chronic health issues.
They aren't in town right now, and they won't be back anytime soon. The train station has been closed ever since these power shortages began. I do a lot of hunting, so I spend most of my time exposed to the elements. But even the animals wouldn't survive long in a storm like this, let alone a hunter. Nothing to do but sit tight in town until the weather improves. get that you're in a hurry, but even if the station were open, that doesn't mean there'd be any trains. We could end up stuck here for a long time, I'm afraid. What? Your own train? Wait, hold on. That train? The one that suddenly fell out of the sky and crash landed on the ice?
Oh, we got lucky and found it in a cave. Oh, then our luck ran out and we had a little accident.
Pretty crazy for a random find in the mountains. Well, as long as your train's good to roll, you might get to Snezhaya after all. I've been doing some digging recently. Turns out, the real reason for the current energy crisis in Stratomaros is that some of the supply is being seized for a private stockpile. But to expose what's going on, I need to catch them in the act. So, I'm heading off to catch a rabbit.
Huh? Wait, a rabbit stole the crystal?
It's a figure of speech. Real rabbits couldn't pull this off. They'd prefer carrots to Kresnik Crystal anyway. Shishkin, Mr. Positive Attitude, let's all get along now, shall we?
Him? Really? Paimon never would have guessed.
He likes to think he's above that kind of thing. Carrots aside, we'll need to stay completely undetected. First, we need to find a way into the... Then, we get to Garin to catch it. What are you eating?
Chicken. Good doggy.
A fellow dog lover.
Yep.
Good to know. wait. Nice work, Tagarin. Come on, we'll go around.
Those who love you will celebrate your arrival in this world by preparing a feast, singing songs, and offering blessings. When you pass away, those who miss you will grieve by holding a funeral.
This way. We'll enter from the upper floor. There we go. The frick looks as new as the day it was printed. Yeah, this is all we need. Tagarin's a keen hunt. Anywhere there's a stove, there'll be the scent of Cristal. That's normal. But if he picks up the scent of Cristal somewhere and there's no stove around, that's how we know something's up. This must be the rabbit's warren. Sure enough, there's a tunnel.
Thanks for looking out for us.
No need to thank. Let's grit our teeth until the blizzard passes.
Maybe for everyone else.
Huh? Who are you?
I just had a question for you. Why, when all the crates here are from the most recent ship, would you be able to shed any light?
Me? Why, I have no idea.
This godsend was and this is only a I've always been grateful for your effort.
How?
We trusted you to have our back.
We all know how difficult life is. I grew up in Alatir, a small village with no train station. Deliveries of Kresnik Cristal have ceased there entirely. You know as well as I watched as energy grew scarcer. I have the official snezhaya. I'll make a batch purchase of Cristal.
You don't have to go.
Yeah.
Don't drop the act. You claimed this was a...
Reporting in, sir.
This wasn't your first time. The train station's currently out of service. The mayor handpicked said workers for his but since he can't get the goods out of town by train...
Wait. The mayor's...
Preposterous. What proof do you have of it?
Basic math. I've spent a lot...
Counting carriage.
The energy consumed by a train depends on its total weight. And since energy is a limited resource right now, so if we take the energy required for the Kresnik's the numbers never match. It's always off by 1 or 2 carriages worth. This time, you set a new... I'm a hunter. I have 2 options.
Well, I've heard enough.
You cock...
Yeah, something felt off, so I just followed my gut. Math isn't my strong suit, though. I'm lucky my dad made me learn enough to get by, but all this number crunching was a million times harder than the aim and fire work I'm used to.
Thank you for your assistance. You're a brave lad. Shishkin was quite the cunning criminal, as I'm sure you can tell. He did all of this right under our noses, and we never suspected a thing.
A wolf in sheep's clothing. He had everyone fooled.
Even with that sob story he fed us. He was probably trying to keep the mayor out of it, not just mask his own motives. Without the compelling case you put together, even I might have fallen for it. Alosha, was it? Tell me, are you really a hunter?
We can go find some wild animals if you want. I'll fire off a couple of shots, and you'll see whether I'm the real deal.
I didn't mean to cast suspicion on your identity. It's just... well, I'm sure you've heard of the Rokot. Recently, they've been recruiting people with your kind of talent. They hide in plain sight under false identities, working against Project Stusha, sometimes directly opposing the Tsaritsa herself. They aren't a violent organization, and their goal is to improve the lives of the common folk, but still, as a member of the Fatui, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't keep tabs on them.
First I've heard of this. I don't really keep up with what goes on in the city. All I know is, people who don't mind their own business in the city end up paranoid about everything. As for me, I just couldn't stand Shishkin. I'm from Alatir myself, and I can tell you, nobody's lived there in years. Why would an abandoned village need Cristal? Of course, no one really cares about the fate of that place. I'm guessing today is the first you've heard of it.
I see. It does sound quite tragic. Really. Well, thanks again for your assistance, and your friend here too. Officials are appointed. We'll also ensure that the train station resumes normal service as soon as possible. Looks like it's my turn to brush up on math now. I never liked it as a kid either.
Don't mention it. Isn't the soldier overseeing the delivery supposed to verify the quantity of the goods? Was he just careless? Or was he being paid off too? Who knows? Excuse me. I'll take a share of Kresnik Crystal too. Thanks. I need to take a detour before we head back. There's someone I have to deliver this crystal to.
He who wishes to peer into the abyss needs simply to wander.
Laid bare.
Hang tight for a moment.
Oh, oh,
Ma'am,
Alosha.
you know me.
Oh, now, how often do I get to see?
It's okay. You just rest. I'm fine.
Oh, you. It's nice to come and visit your old granny once in a while, isn't it? Sretomaros is a good town. All sorts of things to do and people to meet. And the local officials are good to us. Sit down. Come on, take a...
Please, don't get up on my account.
Right under the basket. Well, grandson.
Very much, ma'am. It's delicious.
Good, good. Wonderful.
You don't need to save any more for me.
Oh, I don't need it.
Some kind soul must have given these to her. But she always saves the nicer thing. I met her at the market back before. Not many people have heard of Alatir. Now that it's an abandoned village, I first learned of Sretomaros' end. The town's been in decline for a while now. But because of her memory problems, that said, I kind of it's fine. Everyone. In Snezhaya, some people believe that in your final moments, you turn to look at them, but their face is blurry. So you focus hard, trying to make out who it is. And when you finally see their face, the Grim Reaper reaches out and she still calls me grandson. Come on, let's get back and see how...
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
we're back. Are you feeling any better?
Yep. Paimon's not cold anymore. But Paimon sure...
Her complexion's looking much better.
Sure. But enough about that. How did everything go on your end?
I'll explain.
Jeez.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The thing is, we were told that
extending it?
That's what everyone suspects. In principle. But even though opposition has been growing, he's the chair of the Snezhaya Veche.
How come the Fatui are...
I don't see it like that. But that doesn't mean they don't care about the Then there's the Fatui soldiers It's just that the rich and... Yeah, well, even though we all believe in Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, there are still many differences of opinion on how best to tackle the big issues of the day. Regular folk don't have any. The Rokad provides the... Of course, an organization like that exists in a gray area. The moment the Veche think they've crossed a line, there's sure to be a crackdown. But so far, they've been doing their best to help the common folk. Like us, don't you mean? You didn't hesitate to join in. You're not new to this, I can tell.
That's because we're adventurers. It's our job.
Sounds like we're going to get along. So, what's your business in Snezhaya?
I want to meet the Tsaritsa. It's complicated. I've had run-ins with many of the Harbingers along the way, and I really need to know what the Tsaritsa is up to. Her ultimate goal, what the no-sees mean in all of this. Since I've made it this far in my journey, I have to find the truth, whatever it takes.
Wait, so... No way. Are you who I think you are?
Sounds like you've heard of us then. We're getting more famous by the day.
I didn't realize I was in the company of giants. Honestly, we're all as curious as you are about what the Tsaritsa's planning, and why it has to involve us freezing to death in the snow. But getting in the same room as her won't be easy. The common folk aren't permitted to meet her at the best of times, and right now, she's probably not even in Snezhaya. Word is, she's heading east on a campaign to slay a monster. Yeah, so you've heard of it. A wild, unpredictable monster with the power to summon snowstorms. It also absorbs everything around it into its body, so it's growing constantly. Now it's so big that the Tsaritsa has deemed it the #1 threat. Luckily, as it grew, it became increasingly less mobile, so it doesn't pose an immediate threat to this town or to Snezhnagrad. I'm sure that Tsaritsa and her personal guard, the Druzhna, won't have any trouble defeating the creature between them. It's just a question of how long it'll take. Suffice to say, you won't be seeing her anytime soon. You'll have to wait until she gets back. Fair. Well, the Fatui will be taking over management of the train station for the time being. Things should be up and running by tomorrow. Once it's open, we can see about getting your train towed to the station.
you sure we can talk them into it?
The Fatui aren't exactly spotless in this whole mess. Plus, we helped them out. Should be easy enough to negotiate. As far as I know, having a train makes everything much easier. We'll reach Snezhaya in no time. I know a good doctor in the city. I'll introduce you when we get there.
Oh, thanks so much.
All geared up.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? You hear Paimon? Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon? Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon? Hey! Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you...
Drive carefully. Also, all the track switching. We'll leave you to examine.
Shouldn't be a problem. Thanks for everything.
All right then. Have a safe journey. And make sure to check everything's working before you set off.